Hello aspirants, this is Twinkle and I am here to discuss the strategy for last 75 days before prelims. Let us begin. The first thing is about revision. We should focus on the limited resources and not delve into so much plethora of resources that are out in the market during the last 75 days. There are lots of summaries, lots of short notes, like of multiple institutions. Never ever delve into it. It will create confusion and you'll end up getting frustrated. Just focus on the limited resources that you're following and focus on revising those resources. I'll come to the resources also, but please be limited in your resources, right? If you're following Vision IAS monthly magazine, do that only. Just don't go for other resources like so many of institutions come out with the summary, PT 365 and all that stuff. No. And the second very important thing is micro notes. See, plan your day, study. But by the end of the day, what we have to do is we have to prepare micro notes from the topic that we have read. What is the benefit? It will help you recall whatsoever you have read during the day, and these micro topics, these micro notes, it will help you revise the topic every now and then. Because see, say we read about travelers in the medieval history. Just make a small micro notes, a small table of that, and paste it on your wall. Just while like having lunch or dinner, just have a look on that. It will help you memorize and will help you recall. Even if you don't remember exactly, your subconscious mind will work definitely in the exam. राइट दीज आर द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द माइक्रो नोट्स जस्ट प्रिपेयर जैसे कहते हैं ना चीट नोट्स फर्रे बनाना तो बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है राइट the another thing is stick to limited resources there are lots of materials last days mein just have faith on whatever resources you are following just stick to that only let's come to the resources whatever magazines you are following but I used to follow Vision 365 or maybe PT 365 just skimming through the topics if I have covered all the topics or not. That's all. Polity, our standard book, Lakshmikant, economy, whatever sources you are following, maybe Mronal, environment, Shankar IS, and newspapers become very important for environment, right? Just the contemporary facts, like for example, forest report came out. So focus on that. They become very high probability topics. Geography, only NCRTs. Modern India, focus on spectrum and NCRT. For ancient and medieval, old NCRT, themes book, part 1, part 2 and part 3. And just see the new NCRTs also. They have some important things, some new things actually, that are directly asked by the UPSC. Focus on if you haven't read new NCRT just have a just skim through them because उसमें भी कुछ चीजें अलग है old वाली NCRT से और आर्ट एंड कल्चर के लिए फाइन आर्ट्स NCRT is enough just focus on the limited resources revise re-revise right the next area is previous year questions I urge you all to do previous year questions not only of civil services but other examinations that are conducted by UPSC like CDS, CAPF, ND. Why so? Because it's a very high return on investment. Similar direct questions are asked. We will be seeing this with the help of examples, right? For example, a question was asked in CAPF 2017. Which of the following tiger reserves of India has Bhoor Singh the Barasingha as the official mascot, right? And now see 2020 civil services question. Which of the following protected areas is well known for the conservation of subspecies of Indian swamp deer Barasingha? These questions are very similar. Had we solved this CPF 2017 question, this question will never go wrong, right? Let's see more example. This is CSE 1998 question for history. Which one of the following ancient cities record the earliest royal order to preserve food grains to be utilized during the crisis in the country. See, it talks about Sohagora copper plate inscription. And this is 2019 civil services question. Which of the following is not a Harappan site? See, it has Sohagora. So if we know about Sohagora, we have read this religiously, so we can definitely solve this question, and this question will never go wrong. Let's see one more example. This is CDS 2020 question. Which of the following river does not drain into Black Sea? Right. The answer is Volga. And this is CSA 2020 question. There are multiple rivers and they tell about in which ocean or the sea they flow into. Right. This is Volga. Right. This is the same year question. This was asked in CDS 2020 and this question was asked in CSE 2020. It was held around Feb and it was held in October. So the questions are repeating. I urge you all to solve the previous year questions, not only of the civil services but also other examinations conducted by UPSC. They're very, very, very high return on investment thing, right? What is another benefit of doing the previous year questions? We identify the repetitive themes. For example, lots of questions are asked on Buddhism, Jainism. Just they will help us analyze what are the repetitive themes that are being asked by, and we can focus more on those themes, right? And regarding the source for the previous year question, there is a Telegram channel, and I have provided the link here, right? The next thing is art of leaving questions. First of all, we need to observe the cutoff in the UPSC examination prelims, right? It's not that very high. So हमको prelims clear करना है, हमको prelims में topper नहीं बनना है, इसीलिए हमको strategically सोचना पड़ेगा कि हमको कौन से question छोड़ने हैं. Rather than getting negative, it is always better to leave some questions. For example, एक question था 2020 में, consider the following pairs. अब इसमें से मुझे शायद दो ही पता थे, बट मैं बाकी दो के बारे में नहीं जानती थी. तो अब इसमें ऑप्शंस क्या थे? हाउ मेनी पेयर्स आर करेक्ट. इसमें मेरा एलिमिनेशन का कोई चांस ही नहीं था. सो आई फाउंड इट बेटर टू लीव दीज टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. जहां मुझे बहुत ज्यादा डाउटफुल हो तो वो क्वेश्चंस छोड़ देने चाहिए. अनदर थिंग इज दैट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके पास एक क्वेश्चन है, एलिमिनेट करके केवल दो ऑप्शंस बचे, लेकिन अब दो ऑप्शंस का वेटेज आपका इक्वल है नियरली. आपको डाउट है कि ए भी 50% हो सकता है, बी भी 50% हो सकता है, तो आप उन क्वेश्चंस को छोड़ दीजिए थर्ड राउंड के लिए. जैसे हम प्रीलिम्स का पेपर करते हैं, पहले फर्स्ट राउंड में क्वेश्चंस कर लेते हैं जिनके लिए हम बहुत श्योर है, सेकेंड राउंड में कुछ क्वेश्चंस करते हैं जिनके लिए हम मीडियम लेवल के श्योर होते हैं, और थर्ड राउंड में तब क्वेश्चंस लगाते हैं जब हमारे क्वेश्चंस हमारे इतने क्वेश्चंस ना हो कि हम कट ऑफ क्लियर कर पाए, राइट? तो उन क्वेश्चंस को छोड़ दीजिए. जब आपको दो ऑप्शंस में डाउट हो और दोनों ऑप्शंस का वेटेज ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल हो, तो बेटर ये रहता है कि हम उसको छोड़ दें. और इसकी प्रैक्टिस हम करेंगे टेस्ट सीरीज से, राइट? पहले क्या था, यूपीएससी यूज्ड टू चेक presence of mind how we are eliminating the things, but now the pattern has changed. यूपीएससी का 2022 में काफी डिफरेंट पैटर्न था. दे आस्क्ड हाउ मेनी पेयर्स आर करेक्ट. इसमें एलिमिनेशन हमारा काम बिल्कुल नहीं आएगा. UPSC is now checking if we are smart enough to leave the questions rather than attempting with blind guess and get negative marks, right? We need to remember this thing. And how to practice all this thing? One test series is really very important. Just take one test series, solve that religiously, and you will learn all these techniques. With the help of previous year questions, we get to learn what all questions might be asked. These are very high probability topics, right? Test series will help you learn the elimination techniques, help you learn the art of leaving questions. The next thing is time management during the last 75 days. See, the stress and anxiety is very, very normal to all. Just don't get victim of your emotions. Be a warrior, be a fighter. The spirit is very, very important, right? And stay away from negativity. Like some people are so toxic, just stay away from them. Be with yourself, be with your family, talk to them, right? That is really, really, really important thing. People do let you down. And the next thing is low hanging fruits. The questions on polity, economy, these are very low hanging fruits and topics. इनमें से क्वेश्चन हमारे गलत नहीं होने चाहिए. अगला है बैलेंस बिटवीन द करंट अफेयर्स एंड द स्टैटिक पोर्शन. सी द पैटर्न इज सो रैंडम, सो डायनेमिक, राइट. हमको नहीं पता है कि यूपीएससी करंट अफेयर्स में से ज्यादा पूछ लेगा या स्टैटिक में से, तो हमको एक बैलेंस बना के चलना है. लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है कि करंट अफेयर्स के लिए 1000 सोर्सेज फॉलो करो. Stick to one. If you are following Vision Monthly Magazine, stick to that. And PT 365 में से आप स्किम कर लो, क्योंकि कुछ टॉपिक्स हमारे रह जाते हैं, राइट. मंथली मैगजीन में बहुत डिटेल में दिए रहते हैं. जस्ट स्किम थ्रू PT 365 once. What about the newspapers? See, I suggest not to leave newspapers altogether, but do not spend so much time like making notes and all that stuff. Just skim through it, because कई बार topics newspapers में भी repeat होते हैं, तो वो हमको ना recall करने में, revise करने में help करते हैं. Just skim through like 30 minutes, that's all. टेस्ट सीरीज के बारे में हमने देखा. जस्ट एक टेस्ट सीरीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, उससे हमें एलिमिनेशन के टेक्निक सीखने मिलेंगे. हमारी एक्यूरेसी टेस्ट होगी, हमें पता चलेगा कि हम कितनी एक्यूरेसी से क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हैं और हमें कितने क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने हैं कि हम कट ऑफ को पार कर पाए, राइट. दिस इज अ थिंग दैट वी विल लर्न थ्रू टेस्ट सीरीज. तीसरी चीज हम क्या सीखेंगे? आर्ट ऑफ लीविंग क्वेश्चंस. और टेस्ट सीरीज केवल हमें आंसर्स करेक्ट करने के लिए नहीं लगानी है, हमको सीखने के लिए भी लगानी है. सपोज करो एक टेस्ट में मेरे सिर्फ 95 मार्क्स ही आए, या एक टेस्ट में मेरे 80 ही मार्क्स आए, तो डोंट गेट पैनिक, डोंट गेट स्ट्रेस्ड आउट. जस्ट चेक द क्वेश्चंस दैट यू वर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व. Learn about them, check out all the options, make some notes from it and revise those notes, right. Do not worry even if you get less marks, right. This is really important. And do not compare so much, like उसके मार्क्स ज्यादा आ गए मेरे नहीं आए, it will create panic. फिर ओपन बुक्स के बारे में भी हम समझ लेते हैं. ओपन बुक्स देने क्यों बहुत जरूरी हो जाते हैं. ज्यादा नहीं बट 2-3. उससे क्या होगा, आप रियल टाइम सिनेरियो में काम करेंगे, आप अपना टाइम मैनेजमेंट अच्छे से कर पाएंगे और उस स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी में एग्जाम लिखेंगे, तो वो आपको प्रिपेयर करेगा 28th May के लिए, राइट. I'll suggest to go to the center and give test. This way you will be accustomed to the exam hall conditions. बाकी जो लास्ट चीज मैं अपने साइड से बोलना चाहूंगी हेल्थ के बारे में, बिकॉज हमारा ये हो जाता है, हम हेल्थ को नेग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं. और सी दिस इज अ पीरियड जब नॉर्थ इंडिया में स्पेशली दिल्ली में बहुत ज्यादा हीट वेव्स हो जाते हैं और हम अपने हेल्थ को अगर नेग्लेक्ट कर देंगे, एक बार बीमार पड़ेंगे तो प्रिपरेशन बिल्कुल खराब हो जाएगा. आई सजेस्ट यू टू हैव like lots of fruits, water and practice yoga daily, like 10-15 minutes, some stretching exercises. This is very important. Do not compromise on your health. Focus on your health too, like not that much but just basic thing. This is really very important. बाकी आप confident रहिए. और एक एटीट्यूड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखो आप पढ़ेंगे, आपको बहुत कंफ्यूजन आएंगे, डाउट्स आएंगे, बट एक एटीट्यूड के साथ जाना कि जितना मैंने पढ़ा है उतना सफिशिएंट है प्रीलिम्स क्लियर करने में. ऑब्वियसली 101% किसी को नहीं होता. जस्ट गो विद द एटीट्यूड दैट जितना मैंने पढ़ा है दैट इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट टू क्लियर द प्रीलिम्स. दैट इज अवर गोल, राइट. थैंक यू सो मच.